What about this, eh? Listen to this. A man of 87 wanted to cross the road, but there was a lot of traffic, you see. He couldn't see how he was going to squeeze through, so he crawled under a lorry.
What?
He crawled under a lorry, a stationary lorry.
No.
The lorry started, and then it ran over him.
God.
It's enough to make you want to puke, isn't it?
Get away.
Well, that's what it says here.
Who advised him to do a thing like that?
It's down here in black and white.
It's unbelievable. Oh, I wanted to ask you something.
What are you doing out there?
Well, I was
What about the tea?
I was just gonna make it.
Well, go on then. Make it.
Yeah, I will. He's laid on some nice crockery this time. Say that. Sort of striped. Yeah. It's a white stripe. You know, sort of round the cup. Around the rim. The saucer's black, you see, except for where the cup goes. Plates. Yeah, the plates are the same, you see, except they've got this black stripe around the middle. Plates. Yeah. Quite taken with the crockery.
Wait, what do you want plates for?
Well, I want a few biscuits.
Well, you better eat them quick.
Always bring a few biscuits or a pie. You know I can't drink my tea without nothing to eat.
Well, make the tea, will you? Time's getting on.
You got any cigarettes? I think I've run out. This won't be a long job, this one. Anyways, I've been meaning to ask you.
Cool.
What's that?
A child of 8 killed a cat.
Get away!
It's a fact. A child of 8 killed a cat.
Well, how did he do it?
It was a girl.
How did she do it?
It doesn't say.
Well, why not?
Wait, here it is. Says here, my brother age 11 viewed the incident from the tool shed.
God.
But that's bloody ridiculous.
I bet he did it.
Who?
The brother.
You know what? I think you're right. Well, what about that, eh? A kid of 11 killing a cat and blaming it on his little sister of 8? That's enough to...
Well, what time's he getting in touch? What time's he getting in touch?
I told you, it could be any time. Any time.
Well, I just want to ask you a question.
What?
Have you noticed how long it takes a tank out there to fill?
What tank?
in the lavatory.
Nah, does it?
Terrible.
Well, what's wrong with it?
What do you think's the matter with it?
Probably got a deficient ball cock.
Deficient what?
Ball cock.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I'd say.
Good. That never occurred to me. Didn't get much of a restful sleep today. Did you? I mean, it wasn't much of a bed. Could have done with a few more sheets. Oh, what's this then? First 11. Crickets. You seen this bed?
You what?
The first 11.
What?
There's a photo here of the first 11.
But what first 11?
It doesn't say.
What about the tea?
They all look a bit old to me. I wouldn't like to live in a dump like this. I mean, I wouldn't mind if you had a window. You can see what it looked like outside.
What do you want a window for?
I like to get a bit of a view there. It whiles away the time. I mean, you go to an address that you don't know. You go into a room while it's still dark. You sleep all day, you do your job, and then you go away in the night again. I like to get a look at the scenery. I mean, you never get a chance in this job, do you?
What, you get your holidays, don't you?
Only a fortnight.
You kill me, anyone would think you're working every day of the week. I mean, how often do we get a call? Maybe once a week? What are you complaining about?
Yeah, but we've got to be on tap though, haven't we? We can't leave the house in case a call comes.
No. You know what your problem is? You haven't got any interest.
I've got interests.
What? Name me one of your interests.
Look, I've got interests.
Look at me. What have I got?
I don't know. What?
I've got my woodwork and I've got my model boats. I mean, have you ever seen me idle? I'm never idle. I know how to occupy my time to its best advantage. And then when a call comes, I'm ready.
But don't you ever get a bit fed up?
Fed up? What with?
You got any cigarettes? I have one. Ah, there she goes. I mean, I say the crockery's good, and that's because it is. But that's about all I can say for this place. I mean, it's worse than the last one. Where was that? I mean, at least there was a wireless there. No, honest, I don't think he cares too much about our comfort these days.
When are you going to stop jabbering on?
Look, you'd probably get rheumatism if you stayed in a place like this.
We're not staying long. Mate, the tea will you'll be on soon.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask you,
What the hell is it now?
why just stop this morning? In the middle of the road?
I thought you were asleep.
I was asleep, but then I woke up when you stopped. You did stop, didn't you? In the middle of the road. It was all dark, and then I looked out the window, and it was all misty. I thought perhaps you wanted a kick, but you were sitting up dead straight like you were waiting for something.
I wasn't waiting on anything.
Oh. I must have fallen asleep again then. So, what was that all about? Why just stop?
We were too early.
Too early? What for? I mean, we got the call saying we was push out right on the dot, didn't we? And we did exactly that. So how could we be too early?
Look, who got the call, me or you?
You.
We were too early.
Too early for what? Wait, somebody had to get out before we got in. I mean, I thought these sheets didn't look too bright. I mean, I thought they hung a bit, and I didn't notice this morning because I was too tired. But let's take it at liberties, isn't it? I don't want to share my bed sheets. I told you things were going down the drain. You've always had clean bed sheets laid on up until now. I noticed it.
How do you know they weren't clean?
What?
How do you know the sheets weren't clean? You spent the whole day in them, haven't you?
What? You're saying it could be my fault? Yeah, I suppose it could be my fault. I mean, don't know what I'm hung like, that's the trouble. It's difficult to tell.
Core!
Ben.
Core!
Hey, Ben!
What?
What town are we in? I've forgotten.
I've told you. Birmingham.
That's in the Midlands, second biggest city in Great Britain. I'd never have guessed it. Wait, today's Friday, that means tomorrow will be Saturday.
So what?
We can go see the Villa play.
No, they're playing away.
What a pity.
Anyway, there's no time, mate. We've got to be heading straight back.
Yeah, but we have before, haven't we? Stopped to watch a game, haven't we? for a bit of relaxation.
I know, but things are tightening up, mate. They tightened up.
I saw the Villa get beaten in cup time once. Who was it against? White Shirts, yeah. It was 1-1 at half time, right? Then the opponents won because of a penalty. Talk about trying to get a disputed penalty. It was disputed. Anyways, they won 2-1 because of it. Now, I'm sure you were there yourself.
What? Not me?
Yeah, you were. Don't you remember the disputed penalty?
Nah.
Went down just inside the area. Then the referee said he was just acting. Personally, I'd been a bloke touching myself, but the referee put the ball on the spot.
What are you talking about? He laid them up flat.
Oh, the Villa. The Villa don't play that sort of game.
Get out of it.
That must have been here, in Birmingham.
What must have been?
The Villa, that must have been here.
They were playing away.
Because you know who the other team was? It was Spurs. It was Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, what about it?
We've never done a job in Tottenham.
Wait, how would you know?
I think I remember Tottenham.
Don't make me laugh, will you?
The times are getting in touch. Yeah. I've always been an ardent football fan. Here, what about going to see the Spurs play tomorrow?
No, they're playing away.
Who are?
The Spurs.
Well, then they might be playing in.
Don't be silly.
Well, if they're playing away, then they might be playing in. They might be playing the Villa.
But the Villa are playing away.
Hey, Ben.
Away. They're all playing away.
No, Ben, look here.
What?
Look.
What's that?
I don't know.
Well, where did it come from?
Under the door?
Well, what is it?
I don't know.
Well, go on.
What?
Pick it up. What? Pick it up. What is it?
An envelope.
Is there anything on it?
No.
Is it sealed?
Yeah.
Well, go on then.
What?
Open it.
Open it.
Open it. Well, what's in it?
Matches.
Matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see that. There's nothing on it. Nothing at all.
That's a bit funny, isn't it?
Are you sure it came from under the door?
Must have done.
Well, go on.
What?
Go on, go and check.
Who, me?
Go and check outside, see if you can catch anyone. Quick!
No one.
Well, what did you see?
Nothing.
They must have been pretty quick.
Well, they're coming at me.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. Well, they?
Yeah. I mean, you're always running out of matches.
Yeah.
Well, they're coming handy then.
Yeah, they will.
Won't they?
Yeah, I could do with them. I could do with them too.
You could, eh?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Well, we haven't got any.
Well, you've got some now, haven't you?
We might have a kettle now.
You're always catching matches. So how many have you got there?
About a dozen.
I've read 2. Don't even need a box. Don't waste it. Well, go on. Go on.
Go on what?
Like the kettle.
Like the kettle? You mean the gas?
Do you mean I mean the gas?
Well, that's what you mean, don't you? You mean the gas.
If I say going like the kettle, it means going like the kettle.
Well, how can you light a kettle?
It's a vigorous speech. Like the kettle's a vigorous speech.
I've never heard it.
It's common usage. Like the kettle.
I think you got it wrong. They say put on the kettle.
Who says? I've never, in all of my life, heard anyone say put on the kettle.
My mother used to say it.
Your mother? When else did you see her?
When last did I see her?
Well, what are you going on about her for? Gus, I'm not trying to be unreasonable. I'm only trying to point something out to you.
Yes,
But who's the senior partner here? Me or you?
You.
Look, I'm only looking after your best interests, and you're going to have to learn me.
Yes, but I've never heard
Nobody says that. The gas. Now, what does the gas like?
What's the gas like?
The kettle, you fool.
Alright. Alright.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I want to see if they light.
What?
The matches.
kettle for Christ's sake.
It's going.
What?
The stove. I wonder who it'll be tonight. Oh, I wanted to ask you something.
What the hell is it now?
No, I just wanted to ask you something.
Why are you sitting on my bed for? Wait a minute, you never used to ask me so many questions. Why are you asking me so many questions? I mean, what's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Well, what's come over you? You never used to ask me so many questions.
Look, I was just wondering.
Stop wondering, alright? You've got a job to do. Why don't you just do it and shut up?
Well, that's what I was wondering about.
What?
The job.
What job?
I thought perhaps you might know something. I mean, I thought perhaps, well, do you know who it's going to be tonight?
Who what's going to be?
Who it's going to be.
Goss, are you feeling alright?
Yeah.
Well, go and make the tea.
Yeah. Sure. The gas is on now.
Well, what about it?
Well, there's a meter.
But I haven't got any money.
Well, nor have I.
Well, you have to wait then.
What for?
For Wilson to come.
Wilson? Sometimes he doesn't come, sometimes he just sends a message.
Well, you have to do without it then, won't you? What's the matter with you? You're going to have one afterwards.
I'd like to have one before.
No, what? You just better get ready, mate. There's no time.
I don't know. I mean, it is a bit much for my job. I hope he does have a shilling though, if he does come. Well, he's entitled to have, isn't he? I mean, it is his place after all. We could have seen there was enough gas for a cup of tea.
What do you mean it's his place? It doesn't have to be his place.
Well, isn't it his place?
He could have rented it.
No, it's his place. I bet the old house is. I mean, he's not even laying on any gas now either. Yeah, it's his place all right. I mean, it's like all the other places. You go to an address, there's a teapot there, there's a key as well, and there's never a soul in sight. Hey, have you noticed that? We never get any complaints, do we? Like too much noise or anything like that. And there's no one else there except the bloke who comes. Do you think these walls are soundproof? Can't tell. All you do is wait, eh? Sometimes he doesn't even bother to put in an appearance on Wilson.
But why should he? I mean, he is a busy man.
I find him hard to talk to, Wilson. You know that?
Scrub round it, will you?
I mean, I have all these things that I want to ask him, but when he comes round, I never get round to doing it. Like, I was wondering about that last one.
What last one?
That girl. How many times have you read that paper?
What do you mean?
Well, I was wondering how many times...
Are you criticising me?
No, I was just...
You're going to get a swipe around your ear off if you don't watch this there.
Now look here.
No, mate. I ain't looking anywhere. I mean, how many times have I... That's a bloody liberty.
I didn't mean that.
Just get on with it, mate. Just get on with it, that's all.
No, I was just wondering about that girl. I mean, she wasn't much to look at, but still, wasn't she a mess? Yeah, what a mess. Honestly, I don't think I've seen a mess like that one before. They don't seem to hold together like men. I mean, like a looser texture like. And didn't she spread it? Didn't she half spread? But anyways, I've been meaning to ask you something else. Who does the clearing up after we've gone? I mean, I'm curious about that. Who does the clearing up? Or do they just leave it there? I mean, how many jobs have we done? Oh, blimey, I can't count them. But yeah, who does the clearing up? Do they just leave them there?
You mom. I mean, Do you think we're the only branch of this organisation? Have a bit of common. They've got departments for everything.
What? Cleaners and all?
You Burke.
No, it was just that girl that made me start to think about all these different.
What is it?
You look at it.
You read it.
2 braised steak and cheese, 2 sago puddings, 2 teas without sugar.
What's that?
2 teas without sugar. What do you think of that?
Well, how would I...
Hey, give us a chance! Hurry up, hurry up. That's a bit funny, isn't it?
Nah, that's not funny. I mean, probably used to be a cafe upstairs. You know, these they changed their hands overnight, these places.
So, this used to be a cafe?
Yeah.
And this was the kitchen, down here?
Sure, I think they go into liquidation, right? And then the owners, they don't find it a going concern. They just move out.
So, what you're saying is, the previous owners didn't find their going concern, and they moved out?
Sure.
Well then, who's got it now?
What do you mean who's got it now?
Well, who's got it now? If they moved out, who moved in?
Well, I don't know, you see.
Simple as that. Different onions. Jam tart.
We better send something up.
Hey?
We better send something up.
Oh, yes, maybe you're right.
Well, quick, what have you got in the bag?
Not much. Hey, wait a minute. Okay, let's see. We've got biscuits, bar of chocolate, half a pint of milk.
Wait, is that all?
Oh, there's a tea.
No,
No, you can't give them the tea. This is all the tea that we've got.
But you haven't got any gas. There's nothing you can do with it, can you?
Well, maybe they'll send us down a pub.
What else have you got in the bag?
1 Eccles cake.
1 Eccles cake?
Yeah.
You never told me you had an Eccles cake.
Didn't I?
Why do you want? Did you bring one for me?
I didn't think you'd be too keen.
You can't send up 1 Eccles cake.
Why not?
Just put it on the plate, will ya? Where did these come from?
What?
Where did the crisps come from?
Hey, where'd you get those?
You're playing a dirty game, my lad.
I only eat those with beer.
Where were you going to get beer?
I was waiting until I did.
Look, I will remember this, you know. Put everything on the plate. Wait a minute.
It's gone up.
It's all your fault, playing around.
Well, what do we do now?
We'll have to wait till it comes back down. You better get ready anyways.
Hey, Ben.
What?
What's going on here? How can this be a cafe?
It used to be a cafe.
Well, have you seen the gas stoves out there?
No, what about it?
There's only 3 rings.
So what?
Well, you can't cook much on 3 rings, can you? Especially for a busy place like this.
That's why the service was slow.
But what happens when we're not here? When you've got all these menus coming down and nothing going up. It might have been going on like this for years. So, what happens when we go? I mean, they can't do much business, can they? Macaroni pasticcio, or meet the macaronada.
Wait, you what?
Look, it says macaroni pasticcio and or meet the macaronada.
Great dishes.
No,
No, you're right.
that's pretty high class.
Well, you know what?
What?
We better send something up, quick.
Well, don't even send these up.
Quick.
3 McVitie Price, 1 Smith's Crisps, 1 Lion's Red Label, 1 Eccles Cake, and 1 Fruit and Nut,
Cadbury's.
Cadbury's,
Bottle of milk.
1 bottle of milk, half a pint, Express Dairy. Just did it.
You don't need to shout, you know.
Well, why not?
It isn't done. But, you know what? That should be enough for the time being.
You think so, eh?
Sure. I think you should get ready anyways.
This is some place. I mean, no tea and no biscuits.
Wait. Eating will make you lazy, mate. And you don't want to get lazy. I mean, you don't want to get stuck in your job.
Who, me?
Slack, mate. Slack.
Who, me? Slack.
I mean, you never check your gun. When after you check it, it looks disgraceful. I mean, why don't you punish it?
I wonder where the cook is. I mean, they must have had a few to cope. They probably had a few more gas stoves too. Yeah. Do you think there's another kitchen down the passage?
Of course. Come to think of it, it takes a lot of people to make an Amurfa macaronada.
What?
Amurfa! Park your heads up, will you?
Must take a few cooks then, eh? The sooner we're out of this place, the better. Why won't you get in touch? I mean, I feel like I've been here years. But I was thinking the other day, though. We've always done our job, haven't we? Yeah, we've always done our job. I was just thinking, we're reliable. I mean, I hope the guy, and I hope, yeah, I hope that, yeah, I hope he doesn't get too excited. I'm not feeling too good, I'm feeling a bit off. One bamboo shoots, 4 shrimps and chicken, 1 char siu and bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts?
Yeah. Wouldn't know where to begin. Oh, they sent back the tea.
Why did they send back the tea?
I don't know. Maybe it's a tea time.
Well, what were we supposed to do? Well, you know what? We need to tell her.
Tell them what?
That's it. We ain't got nothing left.
Well, now they like the other stuff too.
Quick, find us a pencil and I'll write them a note. Oh, come on.
What's this?
What?
This.
Ah. It's a speaking tube.
What?
Speaking tube. Should have used it.
How long has that been there?
Probably the job. Instead of shouting up there, should have spoken into it.
I don't even noticed it.
Well, come on.
What?
Go on. See that? It's a whistle. Take it out. Pull it out, that's it.
Now what?
Well, go on. You blow into it.
Blow.
Blow! The whistle's all the way up there, then they know you're ready to speak. Go on.
I can't hear a thing with it.
Speak, now you speak.
The Lord of Beth!
Idiot. Ah, hello. Good evening. Look, I'm very sorry to bother you, but I thought we better tell you we ain't got nothing left. Yes, all we had was sent up. No, there's no food left down here. What? You know them biscuits? They were mouldy. The chocolate was melted. The milk was sour.
Well, what about the crisps?
That Eccles cake was stale. What? Yes. Right. Sure, certainly. Understood, right away. Did you hear that?
What?
You hear what he said? He said, light the kettle. Not put on the gas. Not light the gas, but light the kettle.
Well, how can we light the kettle?
What do you mean?
We have no gas.
Well, what are we going to do then?
Why do you want a cup of tea? Why do you want us to boil the kettle?
Well, she said for tea. That's why I wanted it.
But I've been wanting a cup of tea all night.
Well, what are we going to do?
What am I supposed to drink? I've been thirsty all night, and I've been starving. And he wants a cup of tea. Sorry, that beats the band, that does. Yeah. I could do with some sustenance. What about you? You look like you could do with some tea. I mean, we send up all that we've got, and he's not satisfied, honest. That's enough to make a cat laugh. So, why'd you send him up all that stuff? Well, why did I? You know, they've probably got some stuff up there already, because they can't get much from down here, can they? I mean, yeah, they've probably got a salad bowl or something. You notice how they didn't ask for any salads? Yeah, a salad bowl. And it's got cold meats, watercress, radishes, cucumbers, roll mops, and hard-boiled eggs. Yeah. The lot. And they probably got a crate of beer too. He's probably eating my crisps with a pint of beer right now. You notice how they didn't say anything about those crisps? Do you think they're just going to sit there and wait for us to send them stuff up all night? Because that will get them nowhere. No, they do all right, yeah. They do all right. And now he wants a cup of tea. That's past the joke in my opinion. What's the matter with you? You don't look too bright. I do look like I sell to myself.
Wait, you know what? Time's getting on.
No, I don't like doing a job on an empty stomach.
Look, be quiet a minute and let me give you instructions.
What for? We always do it the same way.
Let me give you instructions. Listen, when we get the call, you're going to go and stand behind the door.
Stand behind the door.
Now, if there's a knock on the door, you don't answer it.
There's a knock on the door, you don't answer it.
But there won't be a knock on the door.
So I won't answer it.
When the bloke comes in,
When the bloke comes in,
you shut the door behind
you
him.
shut the door behind you.
Without divulging your presence.
Yes, without divulging my presence.
He'll see me and come towards me.
He'll see you and come towards you.
But he won't see you.
Eh?
He won't see you.
Oh, he won't see me.
But he'll see me.
He'll see you.
Right. He won't know you're there.
He won't know you're there.
But he'll know I'm there.
He'll know, yeah, he'll know you're there.
I'll take up my gun
You take out your gun,
and he stops in his tracks.
he stops in his tracks.
And if he turns around,
And if he turns around,
you're there.
I'm here. You've left something out.
I know. What?
Well, according to you, I haven't taken out my gun yet.
And you take up your gun
After I've closed the door.
after you close the door.
Yeah, you know, you've never left that out before.
Look, now with you behind him,
Me behind him,
and with me in front of him,
you in front of him.
he'll feel uncertain.
Uneasy.
He won't know what to do.
So, what will he do?
He'll look at me and he'll look at you.
We won't say a word.
Then we'll look at him,
He won't say a word.
he'll look back at us.
And we'll look back at him.
Nobody says a word.
What if it's a girl?
We do exactly the same thing.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
So we don't do anything different?
We do exactly the same thing.
Ah. Excuse me. Why did you send us those matches if you knew there was no gas? Ben, why did he send us those matches if he knew there was no gas? Why did he do that?
Who?
Who sent us those matches?
What are you talking about?
Who is it upstairs?
What's one thing to do with the other?
Who is it though?
What's one thing to do with the other?
I asked you a question.
Enough!
Look, I asked you before, didn't I? You said the previous owners moved out. So who moved
Shut
in?
up.
I told you, didn't
Shut
I?
up.
I told you who owned this place, didn't I? I told you who ran this place, didn't I? So what's he playing all these games for? Why is he doing this? Why is he playing all of these games?
What games?
What's he doing this for? I mean, we went through our tests, didn't we? We went through them years ago, didn't we? We did them together, don't you remember? Didn't we? We've always done our job, haven't we? So what's he doing this for? What's the idea? What's he playing all these games for? Scampy? We've got nothing left! Don't you understand? Nothing!
Maniac!
You were!
Warning you! Cool. What about this, eh? I mean, have you ever heard such a thing?
Go on.
It's down there, black and white.
Get away.
Enough to make you want to puke, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
That's what it says here. Where are you going?
Take a glass of water.
Yeah, I'm in. Sure, we're ready. Repeat. Understood. He has arrived and he'll be coming straight in. same method to being bred. Sure, I understand. Yes, we're ready. Gus! Gus!